Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday morning podcast for Monday, June 15th, 2026. What's going on? How are ya? How's it going, everybody? Oh, guess what? You know this fucking thing this cold I've had for like a month that then I just self-diagnosed? I must have picked up some sort of fucking virus. Do I get COVID? Do I need to go? Yeah, it turns out I have walking pneumonia. I got the walking pneumonia and the boogie. So it's a little bit of that. I'm on an antibiotic, and I'm contagious, evidently. So I've been masking it up. You know, were you a fucking snowflake? You know what's funny about this? We just want to think it can't get any more broy, ignorant, or overtly racist. It just goes to another fucking level. It just goes to another level. It's just such fucking cringy. It's just fucking so fucking stupid. It's the dumbest shit ever. All these white guys excited that, you know, they've retaken the country that they never lost. Yeah, bro. Yeah. It's even infiltrated the arts, which I just cannot believe. We used to be like the fucking good guys, right? The guys used to fucking make fun of everything, you know, rather than picking a side. Anyway, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know, it's all God's fault. God makes us in his image, and evidently he is a fucking tortured, fucked up individual. Anyway, yeah, so I got the walking pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. So I'm on an antibiotic, and then there's all this other fucking shit I'm supposed to be taking. Most of this over-the-counter kind of stuff. So I'm just crushing the waters. I want to thank everybody that came out to Pawtucket. This is going to be a short podcast because I'm not going to fucking sit here hacking in your goddamn ears. I did Pawtucket, played a soccer stadium there. That's the first time they had it. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Apologize for the logistics of it and the parking and all that. That was the first time they ever did something like that. So, you know, they're working the bugs out of it. But it was so fun to be back there, man. I stayed in the North End like I always do in North End of Boston. And I just have so many fucking memories that come flooding back when I'm there, you know. First off, in Rhode Island, you know, John Parada, what's going on, brother? He fucking came out to the show. He used to book me, as I mentioned, Periwinkles in I think it was Cranston, Rhode Island. I can't remember. But he was the first booker that I met that wasn't a scumbag. He was the first guy that I met, you know, that was booking new comedians that was actually a straight shooter. He told you what time the show was. He told you how much you were making, and he said he was going to feed you, and all three of those things happened, and he was just a fucking solid dude. You know, it gave you hope. It's like, all right, man, there's some good people here, you know, as opposed to, you know, one more time I did this show at the Comedy Connection in Providence, and I middled, right? The rest of the country calls it featuring, but in Boston they called it middling, right? You're a middle act, right? So I fucking went up. The host goes up, he does his thing. Okay, so the host gets paid such and such money. The middle makes a little more than the host, and then the headliner makes headliner money. So I do my gig or whatever, and I get the check, and they gave me host money. So I called this dude up, who later got busted for stealing from the club, this fucking scumbag. And I called him, and I was like, dude, hey, you know, I was the middle act on that. He gave me host money. He goes, oh, no. He goes, you co-hosted. Like he invented a term. I go, what do you mean I co-hosted? I didn't co-host. Co-host would have indicated that I went up there with the host and we did like a comedy team. He hosted, warmed up the show, and then I went up and I did 20 minutes and then brought him back up. And that's called middling. You owe me that money. And I think he fucked me out of that money. The fat fuck. Remember too, he was a fat fuck and he used to put his eyebrows down. He tried to like fucking, it was funny. He tried to chest up with you, but his stomach would get there first. Stupid Joe Pesci suit he used to wear. That's not easy to say. Joe Pesci suit. Yeah, you come walking up. What's the problem? You got a fucking problem? He's the kind of guy you beat with food, like a big thing of hard salami, just for the irony of it. But I had no power, so I had to just take the money. And I remember what happened was, word got out. Word got out that he was fucking the middle acts. So he would call, the guy had the audacity, call me back. What are you doing on June 21st? And I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm booked. And everybody just kept saying they were booked and no one was taking the gig. So then he got fucking wise to that. So then he goes, what are your avails? He goes, what are your avails for Providence, Rhode Island? And I go, why? What do you got me down there co-hosting for a Twinkie? And he's like, And then I didn't say anything. And then, like all fucking cunts, he tries to turn it around. He goes, oh, was it like that? Like what, dude? I didn't do anything. I went down there and middled. You paid me host money. I didn't create this situation. You did. And I was just to the point. I remember I was doing Dick Doherty. Dick Doherty's room's up and fucking drank it. I got a new room in Methuen. You got to go up there with Justin McKinney. And all these guys that I fucking started out with. That's going to make me cough. I used to love when Dick Doherty would get mad. And his voice would go. He would get all the way up there. You were fucking 20 minutes late. I ain't paying you shit. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so that was a nice fucking 10-minute coughing fit. Had to hit pause there. But Doherty was a good guy. He was a good guy. But it was always like, for one moment to the next. He was volatile. So you didn't know, you didn't know where it was going to go. It could have been something you did. It could have been somebody else you did something and you were just fucking standing there. He was one of those guys. He was a character, though. Anyway, so I was just thinking of all of those gigs that I did down there. And I remember when I first started doing the gigs down there, what I was thinking about, because I started in the 90s. I've always gone down to fucking Rhode Island and just had memories, right? So when I used to go down there as a young comic and go down there to do stand-up, I would be thinking back to the 80s, how I used to go down there to the Providence Civic Center, and I would see all these fucking metal shows. That was the first time I ever saw somebody do cocaine. Remember I pulled up in my 83 Ford Ranger, just had like a 12-pack. Like I was a lightweight, I was sitting there with my buddy and we were pulling up. And I still remember this guy. He had like blonde hair, almost like a bowl cut, but it was like he got like a perm. He was like growing it out, but it was just a little bit below his ears. And I pulled up and he was already fucking gacked out of his mind. And he came up to my window like a fucking bear. I just remember that. He was like, hey, Shane Jason. I just remember being so thankful that I had a bench seat because I could, if needed be, we both could have gone out the side door. The drugs that they had in the 80s, like if you fucking punched somebody, they didn't feel anything. Everybody was fucking up, man. It was an up time. Woo! Fucking Ric Flair, Motley Crue. Greed is good. It was just, everybody was just like, yeah! That was the fucking vibes. And I kind of, it's like I'm not matching your, like nowadays I would have matched his fucking energy, on some level. Or I would have given him a look like, You know that look? It's like, I'm not going to fight you, but if I have to. That look, because I don't want to escalate it, but like, I was fucking little Billy Burr there. I was just like, golly, gee, I'm going to go to a rock and roll show. Like, I did not have the vibe. My face was as smooth as a baby's ass. Like, I was, So this fucking guy comes up with all his goddamn, my parents never hugged me issues, and he's fucking, and then I remember he got, so this fucking, he looked like Sammy Hagar's fucking bastard child. He gets back in his car. And I remember, just like the fucking movies, they had like a little mirror, like a compact. And I saw him doing blow. And then I was like, oh, that's what that is. Because I never, I'd never seen it. So I'd never been around anybody. And I didn't know what it was. I was like, this guy's fucking crazy. Like fucking bite your face Hannibal Lecter vibes. So like it was funny. So like the first 10 minutes I'm in the parking lot. Like, we're sitting there with the windows up drinking our beers going like, dude, what the fuck, So he goes in the car and he starts doing blow. So then that was my opportunity to get out. You know what I mean? I was never good. Squaring off, I would lose a fight. Forget about me getting out of a car. Getting jackhammered by Sammy Davis Jr. No, it's not Sammy Hagar Jr., right? Wrong concert. So I fucking get out. And then I got out and I was sort of like his size. And he was like a fucking burnout. And you know those fucking kids. It's all fucking... It's just all... I don't know what the fuck it was. But, they their legs were like pencils or whatever. And then my buddy was... And he wasn't jacked, but he was kind of fat. So I felt all right. I'm like, okay. I think we're okay. So we kind of just went around and we just sort of... stood on the other side of the truck and kind of drank our beers there. And I communicated him across the bed. And I just kept my energy like medium so he would feel fucking... It's like, dude, I'm not going, I'm not going 3 octaves up, wherever the fuck you... I just like... It's one of those things, It's like, dude, I just want to go see a fucking show. This is my favorite band of all time. Okay, can I just do this without getting the shit kicked out of me? Would that be okay with you and your fucking 8-ball? Most of which is probably some sort of baby laxative. Sorry. Anyways, but let's get to the fucking... The show at hand here. Hang on. Your fucking New York City Knickerbockers, the New York Knicks. Something I didn't know if I was ever going to say in my lifetime. Are the 2025-2026 NBA champions. And I got to tell you, man, that was one of the most fun fucking things I've watched in sports in a while. It's one of my favorite fucking things to see in sports. Even if, I don't necessarily like the team, but I've always liked the Knicks, and I've always liked their fans, and I like that arena. When I look at that arena, I think of the early 70s Knicks. I think about Muhammad Ali, and I think about the fucking 94 Rangers, which was the first time I saw a fucking curse broken, which was 54 years, 1940 to 1994. And I just remember everybody holding up signs, I can die now, and all of this shit. And that iconic, let's go Rangers. That was so fucking iconic, everybody. It changed how people chanted for their teams. I've said that shit before. It used to be, here we go, Bruins, here we go. And they were, let's go Rangers. Now people go, let's go Bruins. It was just everybody was watching it, and fucking Mark Messier was like, he was like fucking John Wayne. We're going to win tonight, I guarantee it. He was like fucking Clint Eastwood. And then he goes, and they do win, and he scores the goal. It was amazing. Obviously, the Red Sox doing it. Seeing the Cubs win one. White Sox wasn't as big a deal. I don't know why. I thought like they should have got more, some reason they didn't get the love I felt like they deserve. But whatever, like, and there's another thing too, like, as a Patriots fans, like, I don't like the Jets, but it's not like intense. It was intense when Bill Parcells was there. It was intense when Rex Ryan was there. When the Jets are good, man, it's like, it is a good rivalry. But like, dude, I'm the day they win a fucking Super Bowl, I'm gonna be so happy for those fans. I just think it's such a cunty thing to do, to want people to stay in their misery. And not for nothing, a lot of those Knicks fans are Yankee fans, and they used to be chanting 1918 at all of us Red Sox fans and rubbing our face in it. And there's sports karma for that. I believe that shit. So anyway, to see them finally win it, like, I've been having like the best time looking at fan reactions, like, I saw this guy fucking sitting there watching the end, like, crying. This guy probably my age, and he's fucking wearing an Allen Houston, Knicks jersey, just a fucking diehard. I love that shit, man. So congratulations to them. They were clearly the best team in the league. And also congratulations to the San Antonio Spurs. They were a super young team, and now they got one of the best educations you can ever get, which is being that close and losing. And that fucking bitter taste, I saw Spike Lee saying how, the Spurs are a great team. They haven't been through the fire yet. Well, now they have. And the fire is that abruptness when it's fucking over and you don't have a game the next day and you were that fucking close and now you have to start all over again. I feel like the Knicks learned that last year, losing to the Pacers. So whatever. I really enjoyed that. And I also looked up, do you know how long Spike Lee's had fucking season tickets? You want to talk about a diehard? That guy got season tickets in 1985. Dude, that was a year before I saw AC/DC on the Who Made Who tour and saw that dude doing Blow for the first time. Just think about how fucking long ago that was. Spike Lee had already had season tickets for a year. And as his career went up, his seats moved up. And eventually he got, at first he was like in the upper deck. First of all, I just have to say, as a sports fan, the envy that I have of that this guy has basically seen all the great players of the last 40 years. I mean, when he got season tickets, Michael Jordan still had hair. He had hair and no rings. That's how long ago that guy had tickets. So I don't know. It was fucking awesome. And of course, my best friend in the whole world, Paul Verzi. I still haven't talked to him. He's so fucking. He was like, I think he fucking probably went out for the whole night. I think he went to the game, the clincher, and I don't know. It was fun. I love that shit about sports. I really do. Or if somebody gets shit all the time, and they're like, oh, they can't win the big one. They're like a great player. They can't, all the fat sport writers like to get on him. Like when Elway got a Super Bowl, and then he got another one. He got 2 back-to-back to end his career. Like, yeah, shut the fuck up. I love that. Any of those types of things. So anyway, oh my God, it's got how great does it got to feel to be a Knicks fan right now? That's fucking awesome. And moving on to hockey, the NHL. Congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes and the Vegas Knights. An incredible series. I don't know. And Rod Brindamore, I don't know if they just figured him out. I never know exactly what they do. I was traveling a lot, so I caught highlights, but I got to catch the end of the game last night. And that's cup number 2 for the Hartford Whalers / Carolina Hurricanes. So congratulations to them and everybody on that team. And this year's NHL playoffs, I always watch the the East Side. That's what I always watch, and it's some of the best hockey I've seen in a while. The series were all great. Watching Montreal come, rise back up again and become a force, win a couple of playoff series, get all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, winning game one. You're like, oh my God, is this like fucking 1993 again? Are they just going to keep winning all of these heart attack games? Only to see Carolina show their poise and their superiority and win the next four. Like, that is a legit fucking championship team. And as always, I will say, the cup presentation, can we dial it down a little bit? It's getting a little ice capades. Jesus Christ. When the fucking dude picks up the cup and we got sparklers, hooray! I was expecting Dorothy Hamill to come out. It's still the best trophy, just because it's the same one, And I don't know. Carolina's on it twice now. And you stay on the cup for 50 years. I learned that from Joe Bartnick. Because Joe Bartnick hates the Philadelphia Penguins fan. He hates the Flyers so much that he said every 50 years, you stay on the cup for 50 years, you become part of that lower band, and then they replace the lower band or whatever, and then they put a new one on. And the Flyers, is officially no Flyers on the Stanley Cup as of either this year or last year, because the last one they won was 74, 75. 50 fucking years. It's crazy. I don't know. What do you guys think about a 50-year drought? I mean, it's bad, but you got it now that there's like 32 fucking teams. I feel like if you win one now once every 30 years, 32 years, that's average. That's literally what your odds are. You have a 1 in 32 chance or 30 chance of winning it. I think when I was coming up, there was only like 25 teams, 26 teams. That's why, I feel like a lot of these teams that won a crazy amount of championships back in the day when there was like half the amount of teams, and not to mention like half the amount of playoff games. Like back in the day, like the World Series, like winning the pennant, it was the American League and the National League. And at the end of playing 159 games, whatever they played back then, whoever had the best record in both league, if you had the best record in the American League, that was winning the pennant. And you just went to the World Series. So there was one playoff series. At the end of the regular season, the best in the National League played the best in the American League. So the most you would play is an extra 7 games in the playoffs. Now, even if you have the best record in the league, you still have to play 3 rounds, potentially 21 fucking games. So I think it's way harder to win. Maybe that's why they've changed the rules of like what a dynasty is. Where it used to be you had to win 3 in a row. Then it became, 3 and 4 years or whatever the fuck it was. I don't understand it. All the way to the point where I saw like the Chiefs. The Chiefs went to this amount of like AFC championship games and Super Bowls. Like this one was like, that's a dynasty. It's like, yeah, but dude, they were losing. They lost like 3 fucking Super Bowls, didn't they? 2 or 3? I don't fucking know. I don't know how the fuck you lose. I don't know. Everybody has like their own takes. Because someone was trying to rank as far as the Knicks winning. Not winning. Oh, the tip-in in Game 4 as far as like the greatest, and I love conversations like this, the greatest moment in New York sports. So they were asking Larry David. He said, I would put that up with like Bucky Dent. That was a great reference. Then he said Aaron Boone. I didn't agree with that one, but I'm not a New York sports fan. Maybe he just hates the Red Sox that much, but it was like, yeah, but you didn't win the World Series that year. You lost to the Marlins, and then, I don't know. The Aaron Boone home run doesn't bother. It bothered me when it happened, but then the next year we won it, so it didn't get a chance to get into your soul. I'm not gonna lie to you. It turned me into a zombie for 12 months, but then, we beat the Yankees the next year. So it was like that was a paper cut where Bucky Dent and Bill Buckner, oh my, they sat in there for fucking decades. Those were borderline terminal. But if I was going to say the greatest ones that I saw, New York, okay, that Game 4 tip-in and the Knicks winning it, the Giants beating the undefeated Patriots, as much as that hurt me, that was one of the great fucking moments. The Jets, and I would say Mark Messier, and them winning the Cup. That was a great one, and I just have too tortured a perspective on the 86 Mets to say that was great. I imagine they thought it was fucking... Like, whoever it was that ran across the plate for the Mets to win it, that Game 6, and he was, like, holding his head like he couldn't believe... I feel like that's how all Mets fans felt. Anyways, and I know Yankee fans were, like, really fucking excited that happened to Red Sox fans, and that's that fucking karma, dude. That's that karma. Next thing you know, you got to wait fucking 53 years with the Knicks. So anyways, congratulations to the Knicks. Congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes. And, just as a sports fan without a dog in the fight, it's really enjoyable sports to watch, so I don't have to watch all this fucking ugliness that's going on around the world and in our country. What the fuck are we doing? We're supposed to be improving as people. Don't get it. I don't get it. All right, I'm going to do some reads here, and I'm going to fucking then answer your guys' questions. Go as long as I can. Here, with the fucking walking pneumonia here. Oh, look who it is, everybody. It's Quo. I'm just going to do these advertisements, and then I'm going to call it a day. I apologize, but I just... this is how I get sick, is I just keep fucking working. That was a joke I was doing in my act Friday night when I was at that place in Pawtucket. I apologized to the crowd. I told them I had walking pneumonia. And I said, if you don't know what that... Walking pneumonia is what happens when somebody raised German-Irish gets pneumonia. They just keep working and they walk around with pneumonia. It's not really true. It's the Coors Light of pneumonia. All right, Quo. When everyone on your team thinks someone else handled it, the call, the text, the follow-up, it's like that Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing at each other. Meanwhile, the customer's just sitting there like, hello. That's how you quietly lose business. So yeah, at a certain point, it's like, let's fucking Quo. That's why today's episode is brought to you by Quo, spelled Quo, the business communication system built so you never miss a... There's no word there. Your entire team can handle calls and texts from one shared number, so no more messages or dropped conversation. Everyone sees the full thread, replies are faster, and customers actually feel taken care of. Calls, texts, voicemails, transcripts, and contact details all in one clean view, so your team always had the full picture and can show up for every customer conversation. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo, Quo, for free, plus 20, get 20% off your first 6 months when you go to quo.com/Burr. That's quo.com/Burr. All right, Policy Genius. Talk about the plans you have coming up this summer. Then pivot to how Policy Genius does the work of searching for the best life insurance plan for you while you enjoy long summer days with your loved ones. I already have life insurance. What do I plan on doing? I got 2 weeks on an independent movie in Ireland. So I plan on going over there, having a great fucking time, knocking out this part, dude. And, putting my freckled toes, putting my feet up because I already have insurance. I will say getting life insurance is a scary thing to do as a guy, aside from giving your wife motive. Guys don't like going to the doctor, walking pneumonia, hello. And we also we can't deal with any of our fucking emotions because that's the way we were raised. and then we marry women and then they say that we're fucking weak rather than trying to understand the fact that the way that we were raised was actually emotionally abusive. But, it's not about you. It's never about you. So anyway, I can tell you this, you don't want to think about that you're going to die someday, but you are. It is beyond a relief to get life insurance and know that when you die, hopefully these fucking asshole insurance companies will actually do what they said that they're going to do, which is, they're not in the business to do that, are they? They're in the business of collecting premiums and then denying claims. But I think with life insurance, you're good. How was that? Policy Genius is an online insurance marketplace that allows you to compare quotes from some of America's top insurers side by side for free. Their licensed teams helps you get what you need fast so you can get on with your life. Easily find what you need, coverage amounts, price, terms, no guesswork, just clarity. You know what I would love if Policy Genius did is show the insurance that you're getting if they actually pay it out to the people or if they try to get their lawyers to pay a little bit less. That would be something that I would be interested to see if Policy Genius, rather than just the rate. Just my opinion. Policy Genius helps you find the most affordable policy that meets your needs. They answer questions, handle paperwork, and advocate for you throughout the process. Policy Genius has thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot from customers who found the best policy fit for their needs. Protect your family with the policy that grows with your life. With Policy Genius, you can see if you can find 20-year life insurance policies starting at just $276 a year for $1 million in coverage. Head to policygenius.com/Bill Burr, all capitals, to compare life insurance quotes from top companies and see how much you could save. That's policygenius.com/BILLBURR. My name is all capitalized. Shouting like I do my jokes. All right, Cash App, dude. For all the parents out there with teenagers, we know you're already trying to keep a million different things under control. Cash App is here to help you make sure your teens' money and their spending isn't adding to that craziness. Jesus, is this what I have to look forward to? Cash App is designed to help teens ages 13 to 17. Oh, fuck, here comes a coughing fit. Talking is actually good, I think. I think it loosens things up here. Sorry, didn't mean to be gross there. Cash App makes managing money feel easier, and honestly, just wait a second. Cash App is designed to help teens ages 13 to 17, easy, Donnie, where they are, and with intuitive educational tools. Available through sponsorship by an eligible parent or guardian, teens gain access to a personalized Cash App card that comes in different colors and patterns to fit their style and the ability to instantly access money from family and friends. Cash App makes managing money feel easier and honestly just cooler than other options out there. The platform also has tools that can help teens develop real-world financial habits in a space that's safe and easy to navigate, all with your oversight and approval. Always how you teach your kids about money. So if first time they get money, they don't go out and go buy a goddamn Ducati. If your teen is getting their first job, Cash App can get them access to their paychecks up to 2 days early and can help them achieve personalized saving goals they can set themselves, all with the Cash App. With Cash App, these tools become something they'll actually want to use because they were designed with them in mind. All right, dude, anything out there that teaches people how to make money their friend rather than something that fucking enslaves them is a good thing. Finally, no one wants unnecessary surprises. With Cash App, there's no monthly fees, no minimum balance requirements, and no hidden charges when sending or receiving money. With the Cash App card, you and your teens balance and receive 24/7 fraud monitoring. And if the card ever gets lost, you have the ability to lock their card right from your phone in just one tap. Skip the stress and give your teen a way to learn financial responsibility with no hidden fees. Download Cash App and get started today. New Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code FAMILY10, FAMILY10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank. Bank services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cash App Visa debit flex cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, and the Bank Corp. N.A. Pursuant, P-U-R-S-U-A-N-T, pursuant to a license from Visa USA Incorporated. See terms and conditions for the Sutton prepaid card. Sutton debit flex card and Bancorp debit flex card. Savings provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit Cash App /legal/podcast for full disclosure. Yeah, and also look at the interest rate on that. There's none of those fees. Somehow they're making their money. All right, Jack Archer, Archer. You know, some paints are high maintenance. Don't spill on them. Don't sit too long. Don't pack them wrong. Don't move too much. Pants, not paints. It's like, I didn't know what the fuck they were talking. Okay, some pants are high maintenance. Don't spill on them. Don't sit too long. Don't pack them wrong. Don't move too much. A great pair of pants should be easy to live with. Should be easy to live with than that. Jack Archer's Jet Setter Tech Pant is the everyday pant made to look polished, feel comfortable, and work across every part of your day. Made with flexible fabric. You can stay comfortable and put together whether you're sitting at a desk, walking through an airport, or heading out to a diner. They move with you throughout the day and still look put together. They're also wrinkle-resistant, stain-repellent, and machine-washable, so you can spend less time worrying about your clothes and more time doing what you actually want to do. Pull them out of a suitcase, and they're ready to wear. Spill coffee on them, wipe it off, and keep moving. And because they come in multiple fits, inseams, and colors, you're not stuck trying to make a one-size-fits-all option. It's easy to find a pair of pants that fits the way you want and feels right from day one. The best part, they won't look saggy and worn like other pants with stretch do. These pants hold their shape day after day, wash after wash. The Jet Setter Tech Pant has over 6,000 five-star reviews because it's exactly what the guys are looking for. A comfortable, polished pant they reach for no matter what they're doing. Right now, Jack Archer is offering our listeners 15% off your first order with promo code GETJACK, GETJACK. Go to jackarcher.com and use the promo code GETJACK for 15% off your first order and see why thousands of people have given Jet Setter Tech Pants 5 stars. That's jackarcher.com, promo code GETJACK for 15% off your first order. All right, people. Unfortunately, I'm going to cut it short there because I'm going to try to be smart and get past this shit. Hopefully by Thursday, this shit should all be behind me. All right, that's the podcast. Once again, it's a meathead bro time. You don't have to listen to these people. You don't have to fucking think like that. All right? That cowardly moron behavior. Congratulations to the Knicks. Congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes. And now it's take me out to the ball game. I'm going to watch a little baseball. And football's right around the corner. All right, that's it. Go fuck yourselves. And I'll check in on you on Thursday.